Following last week's attacks in Mumbai, in which now more than 180 people appear to have been killed, on Monday the story shifted toward tensions between India and Pakistan as the Indian government summoned the Pakistani ambassador and said that it was Pakistani citizens and militant groups based in Pakistan that carried out the attacks.
He was informed that the recent terrorist attack on Mumbai was carried out by elements from Pakistan. Government expected that strong action would be taken against those elements, whosoever they may be.
Fingers are pointing right now at a group called Lashkar-e-Taiba. It's a group that's been around for quite a while, whose primary grievance is the situation in Kashmir, which is divided between India and Pakistan. They have morphed, though, over the last few years to develop more international networks and a broader contact with possibly Al-Qaeda and other militant groups in Pakistan's tribal areas. This kind of attack might be an effort to redirect the efforts of the Pakistani military more toward India and create tensions between India and Pakistan. In doing so, it would possibly shift resources away from the fighting that's been going on up in Pakistan's tribal areas, where the Pakistani military has been engaged in heavy battles with these kinds of militant groups up there along the Afghan border.
We will be working with India. We intend to work with Pakistan as well. The people who perpetrated this must be brought to justice, and ultimately the terrorists have to be stopped.
By midweek, Secretary Rice will go to the region in hopes of easing tensions between the two countries. For the United States, certainly they don't want any Pakistani forces moved off of that border with Afghanistan, where they've been fighting these militants, and over toward India. The United States would really like, if anything, the Pakistanis to be able to move more forces from the Indian border and up toward the tribal areas to help fight these militant groups who use northern Pakistan as a base to launch attacks on American forces in Afghanistan. But what the Pakistani government can do at this point is not very clear. These groups have become embedded up in the tribal areas where the Pakistanis are fighting very heavily on a military front, but they're not making a lot of traction at this point.